Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I'm Go Veer Go Home, and this is the Sunday brunch kit build. I had to do that because I can, whatever. But anyways, how's everybody doing today? Quite an eventful day. Not for any reason in particular, but we're here because it's Sunday. I started building this last week. I've got two of these. It was an awesome gift from Bubs031. He said that I need them, so I'm gonna build them. And yeah, I got one partially built last week, so that's like the frame base of it. And here's the top. When I had glued it originally, these did lower and they did go back up, but I guess some glue got in there somehow, and now they're stuck in an upright position. Hopefully it doesn't affect the train or the cars going by, but should be okay regardless. So I need to do two of these, and I want to attach them side by each there to make one longer thing, right? So I've got another one here that I'm going to start on today. Plus there's some extra detail parts for this that I'm going to have to add. So it's going to be a busy day here on the brunch build. But first, I'm gonna beat Wigwag in a quick race there to comment first. Welcome everybody, welcome, and of course we got Trackside Mike and Anthony and Brian. Hey guys, how's it going? I did throw the link up in the chat there if you do want to join us today here, which we already have somebody, which is great. And keep it train related, and we'll have a good time. Yeah, that was basically it. So we'll get to work, I guess, right away. We'll get into this thing because the more I talk, the less we do. But first up here, we got Bubs031. How's it going, Bubs?
G'day.
How are you today?
You know me, taking it easy. Oh, I'm actually going to be putting in some walls into here. I'm actually going to be making some separate rooms.
Oh. Nice. That should be good. You still working on that, kit?
Yes, I am.
So 3 months ago.
I don't care.
It's all good.
I don't care. I want to make this good. I wasn't just gonna. I'm not just gonna basically. Okay, there's the shop and that's it. I want to actually add to this. Like I said, I wanted to add to this.
You're a perfectionist.
Make it. I love
kit satisfaction. Yeah, kit bashing is fun, but well, we'll see what happens and we'll see how it turns out. I'm sure it'll be good because I've seen your other stuff, so it'll be good to see when that's all done and put together. And I'm sure you're gonna add lights and whatnot, knowing you. But
probably.
Yeah, we'll obviously be checking in periodically with that. I'm gonna adjust my camera here so that you guys can see what I'm working on. Right after I get rid of this, because you guys know why you're here. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to tilt this down, mind the motion. Okay, there we go. And I want to see the chat. There we go.
I got my chat going on my thing. I got my laptop going right now with the chat, so we're good to go.
Oh, nice. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna open up this one here because I need to partially build both of them and then build them together. I still have to get a couple more of these kits so that I can make one longer thing.
Oh yeah, I've set up that track set. That track set for you should be good to go for that.
The track plan for the ethanol.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna
You
have
should
to.
actually. I should actually turn on my other laptop for that to actually maybe show the everyone what it looks like so far.
Yeah, that'd be cool. If you want, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if
Well, it's
you're
up to you.
done yet or if there's anything else that you need to do with it. And...
Well, I just don't know where to put like the buildings that don't have track stuff to it. That's the other thing.
Yeah, that stuff is like I can work that stuff out like later. That's not, because whether I use all of them or I don't use all of them or I use major ones or I might need to get other buildings to complement those, something like that. Apparently, there's going to be a lot of new announcements upcoming this week.
Ooh.
Because of the train show that happens this upcoming weekend in the States there.
Yep.
So, whatchamacallit, Atlas has a major announcement that's going to happen. I don't know what it is, but I'm intrigued, especially when it's a major announcement. So, but then I'm sure that other companies and whatnot will be announcing new products. Otter Valley is going to be announcing a new car as well.
Oh, really?
Yep. Along
And you
with
know what
their
it is,
big...
don't you?
I do not.
Oh.
I'm gonna say I don't because I really don't. I don't
Okay.
know everything when it comes to Otter. There has to be some mystery behind it. But I trust that it'll be awesome.
Mark's asking a question. Why are you
Oh.
using those platforms and not the ones I made/use? He is going to use them.
Oh yeah, no, they're all going to get used. Those are loading and unloading, and these are just loading. So you have multiple. There's going to be multiple loading and unloadings. Many a track.
Okay. I think Mark was like, it sounded like Mark was feeling a little offended there, guys. Maybe that's why.
He was jelly. He was jelly.
Maybe he was jelly. It is going to get used. It's going to get used.
No, she's over on her little carpet thing. Oh, it's falling off the actual tripod. I need a new camera. Hey DK, how's it going, man? Hey Robbie, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Did Bubs misunderstand the question, or did I misunderstand the question? I didn't even see the question. But that sounds like something I would do.
No, well, I understand. Basically, I guess it's the loading racks that he has and that he's using on his layout. You do have some of those, right?
I do. I have a set of those, yeah.
Okay.
Got a little bit of everything. The thing is that I wanted to get the new platforms,
it's for the diesel, like the diesel facility.
Yeah, and then I was going to incorporate that and kind of custom make something that, I put these along that and then switch out the lamp posts for actual working lights and then keep all the other little things, the detail parts or whatever, and just kind of make my own kind of fueling, unfueling, I don't know, some weird thing. I was going to come up with something. I'm always doing stuff like that.
Okay, he says, it's all good. Let's move on. Laugh out loud.
Let's see. Hopefully I can make the little things on this one actually movable, and then hopefully they don't get glued in place, because if it gets glued, if it becomes glued in place and let's say it's down, then that'll probably full on disturb the actual car trying to roll through there freely. And I don't want to do that.
No, not yet. You want to make sure that, one, it's high enough for the car and possibly for a locomotive.
Possibly.
Or you're going to have to get some idler cars.
The critters?
No, they're flat cars basically.
Oh, okay, like buffer cars? Yeah.
Sort of, yeah. It's just another term for it.
I do have one. I wouldn't mind more, but yeah, yeah, it's like a what is it? Not proto. It might be like Blue Box or something. Like the old kits, the old Blue Box kits. It's a CN flat car. It was that one that I tried doing on the brunch build, and I had to put the little grab irons on, and I kept losing. They would go flying, and I couldn't find them after. I'm like, oh, they only give you so many of these. Oh well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Doing grab irons live. That was more stressful than doing the water live. Cloverdale Rail and Almar, how's it going, guys? Thanks for joining us today. We are building kits. That's what we do here. Bubs, do you have any thoughts on the whole Aurora locomotive, the SD60 thing?
Well, I still want mine.
Yeah. It feels like it's a tougher decision now than it was, a couple of weeks ago when people were just going nuts.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I still want mine. It's already on Facebook. They've already announced the issues and that they're doing the testing to make sure they actually go to the dealers. And some dealers are actually doing another bit of testing as well before they actually put them on the shelves to get to their actual customers. And on top of that, they actually said if you want, you can put your name down and get a new set of trucks for free at their cost.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I'm just getting a text from Perry. Well, sorry, Perry. I just got a text from Perry there on my personal phone. But oh, are you still there?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they actually are doing they are doing what they said. They're committed to make sure that the model runs good.
Mm-hmm.
It's their first locomotive in North America and their first North American locomotive. They do
Yeah.
have locomotives from other countries that they say have the same drive and run no problem.
Yeah. It's yeah, it feels like it's a tough call. I mean, when we look at like, and if we're going solely based off of what they had said in their press, I guess we'll call it a press release,
Yeah.
where they said, the failure rate is 4%, which is, not,
that's actually really good.
It's not terrible, because I'm sure there's been other locomotives, by many other brands that have had a worse failure rate, right?
Yeah.
Without obviously mentioning names or anything, because I don't have those statistics or anything to back that up. But there has been worse situations, and the company is doing the right thing by addressing the situation. And like I commented on it, and I said that they're doing the right thing by taking ownership of this and saying, look, this is what we're going to do. We're wanting to do everything that we can in our power to make it better, make it right, because they know that it's not something to be taken lightly, especially when there are a lot of people that do take the hobby very seriously, and they say, well, look, if we're going to pay $300+ for a locomotive, it better function like a locomotive should, and
yeah. Yeah, definitely. And like in some of the other companies they're like selling their locomotives at $1. That's freaking crazy right now. Whereas Aurora's actually in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Of where we
want
it.
That's the one thing that I'm still trying to wrap my head around, is the fact that they can sell it at the price that they're selling it at, which is still cheaper than a lot of their competitors. And it's way better than a lot of their competitors' locomotives.
Well, it's probably because, one, they're trying to get into the market.
Probably, yeah.
And two, it's because everyone's all going off the American pricing system, whereas they decided to just go off Canadian prices. Really,
well, when I normally buy a locomotive, right? Let's say a Rapido. Whenever I buy Rapido, it's normally from Otter Valley, and it's normally, I mean, like they get pretty good prices regardless. But most of the locomotives that I buy from them are around the 300 to 310 price point, where some of those will be $50 more at most other Canadian retailers.
Yeah.
But even with the Aurora, you're looking at about, I want to say it was 320 to 330, which is still not bad considering most Atherns. Even when I got an SD75i Athearn Genesis, it was 380 at Otter Valley, and for what? It's like it had way less to do than the Aurora. I mean, a lot of the things that make the locomotive that much better, key points are the keep alive.
Yeah.
The keep alive is or stay alive, I should say, because that's what it's referred to as, stay alive. Which is a huge thing, because if you're to go out and buy a stay alive or keep alive system, that within itself can be very expensive.
It is.
And then, of course, you have to install it yourself and all that fun stuff. And not everybody's equipped for that. Not everybody has that ability, right? So
no. No, like if you look at Athearn, they're now starting to put class lights, actually working class lights on their locomotives.
That's one thing that Bowser has been
They're
doing for
behind.
years.
Exactly. And even and Rapido did it as well, but Rapido only did one class light, whereas Bowser was the first to actually implement the 3 class light system.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then everyone started to follow suit. And then Scale Trains came out with actual roller bearings on their locomotives and in their on their rolling
Yep.
stock. And now everyone else is.
Yep. These are all, I mean, like, whether you like some of these companies or you don't, but they're all essentially paving the way to make better locomotives overall. Because if you have like excellent sound quality from, let's say, Rapido, and the great rolling of Athearn, then features like roller bearings from Scale Trains, and then even Proto 2000. Proto 2000, I'm pretty sure, was the first one to do rotating fans. Mind you, their system was kind of not great, but again,
Yeah,
paving the way, right?
exactly. And
And
Proto
then
2000 is now actually Walter's Proto.
exactly. So if you take all these little things and you put them together, now you're getting something like an Aurora, which has all of the above. So, definitely most of these guys, they're paving the way to make better locomotives overall. And it's great. I love to see what they come up with next.
Yeah, same.
So to say you have one favorite company, I mean, if you like certain features from certain things, then you'll start digging all these other things too, right? From companies like Aurora. They just need time to work out the kinks, is all.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's their first ever locomotive. It's been 3 years, and they're just having a little bit of an issue. That's all.
Yeah, I
But
don't think
now,
that it helped too much. The whole starting of this thing was during the COVID times. It didn't help too much, but because it was announced, what, 2020, 2021, something like that. It was
if you want,
early.
I can actually look up the site and
Yeah,
see when they started.
if it shows, that'd be awesome. If you have that.
Uh,
I missed a couple of questions here in the chat. I'm just going to go back while you're looking that up there. Anthony asked, why don't we go to the Amherst show that Sparky is going to? I'm still trying to work on my schedule. Um, I obviously caught wind of it. You can't not catch wind of it, especially when you're following everybody. And he has reached out to me as well. I can't give a definite answer yet. I know I only have so much time to work out the minutia of everything, but hopefully I can make it. But I can't guarantee it because yeah, work is a monster sometimes. And the
that's the
way
same with me.
yours is worse than mine,
Yes.
but they they literally make me pick a full year's worth of vacation the October before. So in October, I picked my 4 weeks for 2023, and you're kind of it's like a shot in the dark at that point. Like I know I need a week in June to be
hmm
able to do the Canadian version of the YouTube modelers meet. And then in September, um, what's happening is, oh yeah, Lauren always has that open house in September, which
Yep.
I love going to. We went to it last year, had a
Yep.
blast. I'm going, like, we're like, it's my 10-year wedding anniversary with the wife this year, and I think we're going to Disney in November. So there's a little bit of everything going on. So I got to make sure that I get all my things in a row and everything is, lining up so that, I don't miss out on anything. But at the same time, I kind of have to pick and choose because I only have so much time off in a year.
So, okay. I
And
found it.
Oh, you did. Okay, good.
Yes. So, this was actually, I guess, down in 2020 because
2020.
first early sample pending was early 2021.
Yeah, and that was like just a shell, really. They didn't have anything working on it or anything, but still, they were still working out all of that.
Yeah.
They only recently, like when we went, they had a painted sample, but
Yeah,
that
and the
wasn't even
windows
a
weren't
finished.
done yet.
Yeah, like that wasn't even a finished sample back in September.
No.
Um.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right.
Amherst always conflicts with wife's birthday. Maybe next year if I can convince them. Yeah, there's always usually something, right? Like it's tough. And it's tough to get people on board and during the same I think the closer to the summer it gets even harder because a lot of people are either they go away camping or they go on vacation. So
Well, speaking of summer and
Anthony
all
wants to
that,
know why
Armpire is happening this. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, actually, early summer Armpire is happening again.
Which weekend is this?
First weekend in June.
First weekend in June. Okay. Alrighty. I should be able to make that one. I think I've got like the second or no, I think it's the second week because the third week is when your birthday and Father's Day is.
Yes.
So I have the week off before that because I didn't want to overlap with Father's Day. But then there's also Rapido always does their open house at some point at that time as well. So I always got to make sure that I'm available just in case I get a special invite. And by special, I mean Lauren calls me and says, "Hey, you want to go?" But yeah, I always try to make sure that I don't have to like call in, sick or something. I'm trying to be a good employee like that. Eminem said that he thinks that installing the oh no, where did it go? The Stay Alives would have been handy at the club weeks ago. Lots of shorts.
Yeah, actually, my scale trains unit has a keep alive.
It does, yeah. Yeah,
Yes, it does.
I think that comes standard, right?
Yeah, scale trains units now come standard with a keep alive.
Well, Anthony was asking why we don't buy scale trains. You technically just bought your first one.
Yes, I did.
Right? So
yes, I did.
Why now? Or was there any reason that you didn't in previous months or years? Because they've been around for
Well,
a few
at
years
first it
now.
was at first I didn't know because I've been hearing bad rumors about their couplers. So I'm like, I didn't know if I should.
Yeah.
Especially with the club. And besides, I already had like so many locomotives at the time already.
Yeah.
But I just actually seeing like I was already invested into other stuff right now instead of just scale trains. Like and as well, it's also hard to try and get scale trains due to the fact that there's only very few places that order them in Canada.
That's right. Which is, if I can touch on, is probably a huge reason why I don't buy scale trains. I'm not really a big fan of their sales method. Just the way that they say, well, we're very picky, choosy of who carries our product and whatnot. And it's like, is that really a smart business practice? If I owned a business, I would want my product in as many stores as possible to get my product out there. But, there's certain things that no one sees that goes on in the background, and it's very, very annoying sometimes to have to deal with stuff like that. And I just don't really support it, in that sense. But it's like they haven't really made anything that I want anyways. So, and anything that they do have that was made or will be made that I could get, I'm probably just going to get from Intermountain anyways. Because, again, that's another company that heard, well, Intermountain is doing the CN Heritage units, and they're also doing the military unit and whatnot. So then they said, well, we're going to do that stuff as well. And they managed to get theirs out first, but, it's one of those things where, like, why would you do that when, another company just announced that? It's a whole rivalry thing. I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, and that's the same thing how Atherton's been lately, to tell you the truth.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because Atlas has been doing that GP40 for years. They've done several runs of it. They announced not too long ago, like maybe it's been about 5 weeks now, 4 or 5 weeks, that they're doing the Aero scheme in the Ontario Northland. And then
a
couple of weeks after they make that announcement, well, we're going to do it in Genesis. And it's like, why? There's so many more locomotives you guys could do, but you're choosing to do something that Athearn or Atlas already does, and they do a decent job of it. I love mine.
No, oh, I know that, but I think it's also because, well, Athearn's really a giant shareholder. It's a giant it's a giant company.
Oh yeah.
They're just trying to make themselves the top dog.
Well, they'll make a lot of people mad in the process, I find. But I'll tell you what, Anthony, if Scale Trains makes something that I can use, or something that no one else will make that I can get away with running on my railroad, I'd consider it, because I hear that they are great runners. Despite how I feel about them as a company, they do make great locomotives and very well detailed stuff. So I just I like rooting for the little guys sometimes. Hey.
Yeah. Oh, Bernard's on.
I'm missing so much chat here. Okay. And Sparky. Hey, Sparky. How's it going? And Dwayne. How's it going, Dwayne? And Stormy Sky. Congrats on your 2K. Well deserved. And Bernard. Hey, Mini Prince. How's it going? Bernard, you're going to want to check out the Keeping Track this Thursday at 7 o'clock. And yeah, lots of stuff going on there that you might be interested in. Also everyone else, but especially Bernard, but especially everyone else.
Okay.
Bernard's working on his modules.
Yep.
Bernard, if you got a camera setup, you could join us if you want. I wonder if I still got the link here.
You should. It should still be up there.
I tossed it up there again just in case.
I actually was.
Oh yeah.
I actually went into his chat the other day about that, and yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Well, he did a really good job on his first one, the first one that he did, and I think he's connecting the two of them now, so that's even cooler. I think
Yeah,
making it
he
a little
said
bit longer.
these were going to be. Yeah, he said this was mostly going to be a Primos.
Freemo. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone wants him to join the stream.
Join us. One of
Oh,
us. One of us. Well, well, well. Speak of the devil.
good day, good
Hey, Bernard,
sir.
how's it going?
Am I the devil now?
No,
You said
I
speak
don't
of.
know why you would say that.
It's one of those things. You say his name 3 times and he appears. It's like Sparky. It's right at the same thing.
So I learned a valuable
So
lesson.
you're working on your modules there.
Yeah, here. You want to see them?
Ooh.
Actually, today's big
Looks good.
excitement. I just joined them up here. So
Oh.
Nice.
yeah, so this is module. This is module number 1 over here. This is module number 2 over here. And I just put this track work in right here.
Okay.
To connect the two. And
so now, what is the main theme here of the modules? Like, what are you building towards?
Sure. So this is the module right here that, believe it or not, I brought to the Otter Valley show a year ago, September.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So this is the original Fremo module. Okay. This is going to be predominantly a rural agricultural scene. This module over here, the second one that I'm working on right now, is going to be industrial. The purpose of the modules, there we go, is to provide basically a platform for mini prints. So both of these modules are coming down to Springfield. I am not bringing product down to the United States, predominantly because this show is all about sort of meeting, greeting, getting to know, and I'm scanning. So I just will not have the time to sell anything or work on all that stuff. So the whole point of this is to provide basically a mobile platform to showcase mini prints.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So think of it as my traveling showroom. So that's what I'm working on. It also has the advantage of I've got 200 square feet down there to fill. So John, the show director, was very kind to me and gave me more space than I need. Well, I do need a lot of space for the scanning. There's no doubt about that. But I have a lot of room to fill. So I figure a couple of Fremo modules, will also help to fill a 10 by 20 booth.
Now, is there still people that can reserve a spot to get scanned, or are you completely booked for the weekend?
No, completely booked weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's good.
It sold out right away. I believe there's actually even a wait list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, I've definitely bitten off more than I can chew. I'm not even gonna get out of my booth for 3 days. So it's gonna be a lot of fun, but I'm not really gonna get to see the show.
So now, do you know where you're going to be located at the show and all that already?
Yeah, yeah. I'm in a great spot. So apparently, I'm halfway between the washrooms and Dunkin' Donuts.
Awesome.
Yeah, which is according to everybody.
Yeah, that's prime real estate.
It is prime real estate. So I'm in the Better Living Center, section 19. So if anyone who's watching live or on the repeat wants to come down and visit me, I'll be there with Sparky 107 107.
Okay.
And my friend Steve Juranix, who goes by the name Muskoka Steve on YouTube, and Heath will be there.
Who's that?
Who?
Who's Heath?
Heath? Exactly.
Heath.
If anything goes wrong, we know why.
Yeah.
And what else? Yeah, we're having the YouTuber meetup on the Sunday, which should be fun. Is anybody in chat going? I don't have chat. I can't see chat. You'll have to read it to me. I'm on my cell phone right now, so.
Anthony Borden will be there.
Excellent. Section 19, right across from the NMRA. Please pop by and say hi.
Almar is going to bring a fire extinguisher to put out the fire, so Almar is going to be there.
Excellent. There will be
Sparky
fires.
said he'll be there. I should hope so, because you said a mini fire.
Sparky is. Sparky better be there. Sparky is.
You going to put him to work?
What's that? Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, it would be nice to be able to go and have like a bathroom break. So if you hear a horrible sound, I learned something. So I don't know if you guys use sanded grout as ground cover. Have you ever heard of the sanded grout?
Like
I've heard of it, but I'm yet to try it.
Stuff for concrete?
Well, just all sorts of ground cover. So here, I'll show you. I'll get the stuff. Just a sec. I'll be back in a minute.
It looks like the stuff that you use to actually make asphalt.
All right. So this is sanded grout.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Okay.
Probably better like that.
It's a pretty big box.
It's a big box. Yeah. It's 7 pounds of the stuff. I've got 3 different colors. This is earth tone. So this is used for grout joints. You can buy a big thing of this at Home Depot for, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks. It's my go-to for all ground cover. So I use it on everything. So for example, I'll paint my base here, a tan acrylic, and then I'll put the sanded grout down as a second layer.
Okay.
It also works beautifully for like parking lots and, gravel lots and things like that. And the nice thing about the sanded grout is that it's water activated. So the water, when you spray it with wet water, it pretty much like glues into place. Because grout is, it's kind of like powdered concrete. So it's a wonderful solution for base coats. It's a wonderful solution for dirt lots, parking lots, whatever. It's also kind of fun because when it's wet, you can take a little toy car or truck and put tire tracks in it. The tire tracks remain. But
and almost like make it like a mud pit, basically.
Yeah. So it's my go-to. I use it for everything. However,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then you'll see that I've got some industrial track here that I'm modeling right along here.
Mm-hmm.
And I used it sort of between the ties. You know, it looks very realistic for, I don't know if you can, I probably can't zoom in. Oh, yeah, I can. Does that zoom?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Here we go.
Am I
Solo. Han Solo.
Oh, there we go. You're on the big screen.
Did it zoom in?
You're on the big screen. Yep, you're zoomed. You're on the big screen.
Okay, I didn't know you could. So this track along here has got the sanded grout. So this is the main line. This is the regular ballast. This is the sanded grout. And the sanded grout's amazing. However, because it dries like concrete, when I put the sanded grout down, it just completely gummed up all my flanges, like my, the sides of the rails.
Yep.
So I'm going through right now. Let me close it here. So I'm going through right now, and I'm just clearing out the sides of the rails. So word to the wise, if you're using sanded grout, just be careful of your clearances, because it's really effective stuff, but it gums up the works.
Okay. What's the work time with that? Like when you mix it and put it down, how long do you have until it's
solid?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would probably depend on how much glue and how much water and all the rest of it. Not long. I mean, overnight. It's like anything else. It has to dry. I mean, it depends how water saturated. The other thing I do is I usually paint some diluted white glue.
Yeah. And
then sift the grout over top of that. So it really depends on how wet and how much glue you use. But I mean, whatever standard PVA drying time is. So I usually just do it overnight and walk away.
Okay. So like 12 hours.
Oh, less. I'd say 8. But then again, there's different levels of dry, right? How dry is dry? Do you want it like 3-day dry or 8-hour dry? A lot of the time.
Because
what's that?
With still being able to work with it.
Yeah, well, a lot of the time what I'll do is I'll do another layer on top of it. So it doesn't really matter if it's dry, if you're putting, if you're doing static grass over top or something. So anyway, just working away. I have I'm pretty determined to get these modules
right on.
In some sort of shape. What are you guys building?
I'm doing an interior to the shop, to this building here. I'm actually building an interior to it. And it's attached to something else. And once it's complete, that's when I will say what this place is going to be.
Okay, so it's a mystery?
It is a mystery. Everyone keeps trying to guess.
Okay.
They've already guessed last week, so I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay, so the secret's out.
No, the secret's not out. It's a building with multiple buildings, and that's all I'm saying. It's just that everyone tried to guess last week, and they didn't get it. So I'm not saying until it's done.
Yeah, we did a group build back in November where we all took one kit, and there was a bunch of us doing one kit, and there was a bunch of different variations of it. So the real mystery is when Bubs is actually going to finish the kit, but we're yet to see that too.
It's never finished.
Right, Bub?
It's never finished. It'll never be finished. And no, Mike, you do not get another guess. You guys already guessed last week.
I didn't get a guess last week.
You were on, but you were on last week. Why didn't you put out something?
I didn't know we were guessing. I wasn't on for that part, probably.
Okay.
Either that or I was distracted. Are you giving?
Okay, Bernard, you get one guess, and that's it.
Okay, are you giving hints whether it's industrial?
No.
Okay, so
I am not.
Okay, so wait, you have to go full. You have to go full screen so I can see it, because I'm on I'm on a small.
Well, because I do got something else to it. There's another building portion to it.
Okay, well that's a hint. Okay, so we've got two doors. We've got an interior. Can we see the? Oh, is it a storefront?
No, it's not a storefront.
Well, I can't see the front of it. I'm just looking down on it.
Oh,
that looks like a storefront.
It is, but it's not. It's from the hobby shop kit, but it's not.
So it's not a hobby shop?
No.
Okay.
It's a Bumps Bath and Beyond.
You did the kitchen stuff plus. Well, it's interesting because there's a double door inside. Oh, I know what it's going to be. I figured it out.
What?
It could be a restaurant.
Nope.
Oh, that was my one guess.
It is not, because this is also going to be attached to it.
Okay, well, it could be a bakery cafe.
Nope. And that's your guess. Sorry.
All right. Well, how am I supposed to make mini prints to go with it if I don't know what it is?
Well, once it's done, then I will tell you. Or I could tell you, oh, there is another person that does know it, but I told him to stay silent.
And it's not me, because I don't know anything.
Well, hey, Chris.
Yeah.
You built the hobby shop last time, right?
I did, yes.
All right. Well, the Mini Prints of the Month Club this month, February, is going to have something to go inside your hobby shop.
Oh. Oh.
So is that the one that shows up next month, or the one I just received in the mail?
No, the one that I'm working on for February that you have not received yet.
Oh, at the moment, at this very time.
So it's
okay. Well, I'm very interested to see what that is.
To tell you the truth, Bernard, that was a very good guess to actually like an actual, like, say, restaurant if I wanted to, like a sit-down restaurant. It was a very good guess.
You know why? Because of
the kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchen double doors, exactly.
Okay, but if you notice, there's also another set of double doors back here. And
Yeah,
really, that would actually be with the kitchen and not in the dining room. If you actually look, the dining room, a little emergency door would be back here.
No. That's not the dining room. That's the kitchen.
Oh, I know this is the kitchen, but really, double doors would be at the back of the kitchen for the loading dock.
Yeah, or they could just bring it in the other double doors you could do that.
That too. You can also do it that way. It just looks a little bit bad as a front, because really half of your restaurant there is actually being plugged by the actual windshield.
Yeah, you know what I would do though? That could be, I would move, if you were doing a restaurant / bakery cafe and you wanted the double doors in the kitchen, you could just move the double doors going into the dining room to the other side.
You could.
It kind of looks like Otter Valley, I'm not going to lie. I mean, not as spacious, but it kind of looks like the Otter. I think it would have to be a little bit deeper, though.
No. Someone in the chat actually knows what it is, but he knows to stay silent.
And when is the big reveal? When do you put us out of our misery?
We'll see. It's going to be, like I said, I'm still adding to it because I still got to add a few more walls, a few more buildings, and maybe an add-on. I don't know.
Okay, so when do we find out?
You know what? Basically, once I get the roof done on top of this, and it's connected to the main building,
all right,
then you will find out.
And have we seen the main building yet? Does that give us a clue or no?
Well, here's the main building, the main portion.
Okay. So there's definitely some manufacturing going on in there.
No, there is none.
All right.
Okay, you what? You already gave up. You already had your guess.
Yeah, I'm just.
Mine wasn't mine. It was more of a suggestion than a guess. Because if you did a Bub's Bath and Beyond, I mean, I would die probably because that's so funny. But it's just an idea.
Yeah, I've never seen a Bed Bath and Beyond with a storefront with a warehouse in the back.
Let's see.
But you never know.
How's it going? That's true. That's true. Why do I think that Mike knows? I think Trackside Mike knows.
No, he doesn't.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
All right.
Like I said, there is one person in the chat that knows, but that person is sworn to secrecy.
Do we know who the person is? Maybe we can bribe them.
I said that person has sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, but we don't know whether they keep their word.
I know that person will keep his word.
All right.
Oh, Eminem is taking off. He's got to go.
All right, Mark. You have yourself a good one. We'll see you on Thursday.
What time is your...
by the way...
Hey, Chris.
Yeah?
What time are you premiering on Thursday?
So the premiere for Keeping Track at 7 o'clock. So that shows the projects that I've been working on for the last, it seems like forever now. But the conclusion of the projects that I've been working on for the last couple of months. But on the GVO After Dark, which happens right after, I have a whole section there where I'm going to call it an unboxing, but it's not a box. It's the mini of the month. And we're going to take a look at this month's mini of the month. Yeah. And you get live reaction and all that. So
excellent. Well, I unfortunately likely will be not on because I will have just gotten in to my hotel room, hopefully by then, because Thursday is my driving day. So I will either be on the road or after 8 hours of driving and likely a...
Oh.
Hang on.
Bernard?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
For 8 hours of driving in what looks to be a snowstorm, I'll probably be crashed. I think there's some weather coming in.
Understandable.
Yeah, I'm a little...
It's snowing outside where I am right now.
What's that?
It's snowing outside where I am right now.
Where are you?
I'm up in the Ottawa Valley.
All right. Yeah, I saw the forecast for like a bit of a storm on Wednesday, which doesn't particularly make me happy because it's always delayed. So if they say Wednesday, they're going to mean Thursday. I love driving, but
crazy, unpredictable Canadian weather.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of driving 8 hours in a raging blizzard.
I've done that with a trailer, and it is sketchy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the last big blizzard, they closed the border. That would be interesting.
So besides the show that's coming up this weekend, what other big shows do you have set in stone for 2023?
Zero. None.
Zero.
There's a lot I'd love to do, but the biggest problem is, and I really, really wanted to do Barrie, but I will literally, it'll be the weekend after I got back. And the thing, the problem is that when I go down there and I do scanning, there's probably a good hour of work per scan when I get back. So if I'm doing 38 scans, down at Springfield. That's a week's worth of work that I've created for myself when I get back, in addition to the fact that the printers aren't running while I'm away. So going off to a show puts me really far behind schedule. So I'm going to need to work my butt off to catch up after Springfield.
Okay.
So
yeah, I do know there's a show starting. There is a show the 25th and the 26th of March.
25th and 26th of March. Where?
My buddy, a friend of mine, George Taylor, who's at the club, he was talking about borrowing some of the club modules for the next weekend for that. I believe it's either somewhere in around the Quincy area, Belleville area, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
There's that one, and then we have the Arm Prior show in June as well.
Yeah, I would love to do more shows. It's just shows are really challenging. If I did shows, it would be 3D scanning and not selling. Just because the problem with the selling is you've got to build up so much inventory and haul it all out in the hopes that it sells. And I'd much rather give people like a 15% off coupon to cover the shipping and just have them order. Like that's what I'm doing for Springfield right now. I don't know if anyone saw, but I'm doing 15% off right now, all mini prints, because there's just too many things to print and bring, and I don't know what I would bring, because the mini prints line right now is hundreds of items, probably 500 items times 3 different scales, HO and S, and sometimes O. Well, O, sorry, everything is O, S, and HO, and then most is N. So 4 times 500, you know, I wouldn't even begin
2,000.
What's that?
That's 2,000 pieces.
Yeah, exactly. And then like, what do you print? Because someone once told me that the first rule of shows is what you print, what you bring, nobody wants, and what you don't bring, everybody wants. So I wouldn't even begin to wrap my head around that. I think the best thing for me to do when I go to a show is do my 3D scanning, because that's a lot of fun. And then if anyone wants to buy mini prints, just buy it online. I mean, shipping's not that bad. And because then the thing too is most mini prints are custom made, like for people as they order them. Like the order comes in, then we print it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just impossible to maintain inventory. It would move too quick. So yeah. And then also if a show is, you know, not in the same geographical area, then you got to sort of worry about trucks and trailers and displays, and I'm not into that.
Hey Heath, how's it going? Thanks for joining us.
Who's there? Is that Heath?
Heath, that guy that you were talking about earlier, he showed up.
What, the guy whose name I mentioned 3 times and he miraculously appeared like Beetlejuice?
Weird, right? It's crazy.
That's nuts. How did he know?
You know, I don't know.
How does he know?
But
all right. Let's see if I can show you.
Oh, James is on.
I can't read.
James, how's it going?
Why do I feel like I gotta clip this? Okay, no.
Oh yeah, speaking of, my other computer's up. I can actually show that track diagram. Okay.
So now are you trying to finish that before the weekend, basically?
Me?
Yeah.
Or this is, if you're talking to me, I'm trying to get the module semi-operational. which to me is electrical done, track work done, alignment, and basic ground scenery in the next 3 days.
It's a lot, but can be done. It's the dry time that, like, you kind of worry about.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be finished, but it just has to be finished enough that I can bring it with me.
Yeah.
It's just the platform. I hate it when couplers don't. Why do some manufacturers put their couplers too low?
Okay. Turn the camera off here for a second, and then move my camera over to the screen.
I always check with the the coupler height gauge, just to make sure that everything is running.
Totally, that is definitely going to have to be on my agenda, because I can tell there's one car. It's a beautiful car too, but the couplers are just brutal. Or it could be my engine. I wonder if my engine is too high. Something's up.
What brand?
I think it's an old Atlas.
Atlas. If it's an Atlas, then yeah, definitely the couplers. I always have issues with their couplers.
Just a couple issues.
Okay.
To put it like, yeah, a couple.
There we go, Chris. It's up.
Oh yes. Okay. Let's take a look at this.
What are we looking at?
Track.
So I've been sort of designing the top level for Chris's layout.
Oh, nice.
It's before though I guess he's going to be putting a double main line in now, so I don't know how to work that in. But here's what it's going to look. So here's Chris's back wall at the top of the layout. I got the tracks all going here.
Can you zoom in a titch? Like more, like just like more. Oh, okay.
Hang on, I'll move my laptop a little bit closer so that everyone.
Yeah, that would be good.
All right.
Hey Perry, how's it going? Yeah, that's for the top level of the layout where my ethanol plant will or should go, technically.
Yeah. That's actually all of January's records from operating the trains on the club. Okay, so back here we got 3 tracks. This is up against the back wall. Oh, I zoomed in. Okay.
Don't let Mike see that. He'll suggest for me to put a hole in the wall again.
Yeah. Okay, and I did put a left-hand number 5 here because this is going to go off into. This is actually where the main line comes out underneath, right in this area. So that's why the track's like that.
What code?
Well, code 83.
Code 83, Pico or Atlas?
Pico.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna say I half regret it though. I really wish I went code 100 for my main line. Just main line. But yeah.
It's too chunky.
I know, but like when I watch these other guys and they're using like code 70 and code 55, I'm like, my flanges already have issues with code 83. So I'm like, how is that going to make it any better?
Nobody wants to hear about your flange issues.
Well, in my old age, not.
So yeah, this is where one of the grain distribution one of his grain distribution buildings are, which Chris has already built, though he wants to get a few more bins for this area. So there's a couple of tracks coming in off of here. I actually made a Y to go around as well. It's another storage track as well for like his auto racks and everything.
He also plans on wiring it for me because I've never.
I'm not wiring it.
Damn.
So here's part of the main switch areas. Up here, this is where what Chris is working on right now, where his tank load facility, I would think, should go. And he should look at maybe getting a second tank.
Oh, I'd love to have a tank farm. Never mind. Tanks all day. Tanks for coming.
I'm either was thinking of having the green building here or right down here. It all depends on where you want to put it. Because up here, we can actually put the rest of your buildings in. And then what I did down here is if you want to, say, put a switcher or something to just work this industry down here to put a small building / engine shed or put one of his other ethanol buildings here, it can be put down there. That way there, the locomotive only works this portion of the section. And to get everything ready to set off, it just has to drop everything and then come back. And then this comes out to his main line up top there.
Well, I like it.
I just hope I got the measurements right.
Oops.
Worst case scenario, I mean, I do most of my stuff by like, not by hand, but like, you know, I can adjust little things like that, like just so that they fit. I'm okay with that. If it's a little bit off, doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it, hopefully, for the top level.
For that end, there's still the other end that I got to deal with too.
Yeah.
Which is a whole other story.
Yeah. All right. Turn my camera off and we'll move back to what I'm working on.
It's not easy to align modules.
No, it's not. Unless you have the proper pins in that.
Well, I use some carriage bolts.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid my carpentry skills leave a little bit to be desired.
Okay. Well, that's how actually my Algonquin is bolts together.
Like I've seen the module in person, it looks really good. I think you're just being a tough critic of yourself.
No, I'm happy with the modules. It's just linking the two 2x4s together it's great. But I mean, one module is 4 millimeters bigger than the other, which when you're dealing with lumber, and by the way, can I do a rant about lumber?
You can rant about lumber. This is a safe space for ranting about lumber.
I went to...
Unless you're lumber.
I went to a lumber store to try and get... First of all, okay, I'm going to rant.
This is a place to rant. You can rant. Go for it.
Hey, check this shit out. Hang on. Okay.
Oh.
Can you see this?
Yes. Here, I'm going to put you full screen. I can see it, but I put you full screen so we can.
Here, I'm going to put it down here. So this is a 1/2 inch spruce plywood.
Okay.
Look at the work on
it. Was
it.
a 4x8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's nutty.
I ripped it down. It is absolutely here. I'll show you. I'll show you the overhead shot. It'll be You'll get it more. Wood these days, I don't know what they're doing with wood, but here, hang on. You're getting a hell of a ride. Probably gonna make everyone know. There you go. Okay, can you see the warp on that?
Oof.
Yep.
What the hell?
What's the temperature condition of your place there?
No, it's not me.
No, that is the wood for sure. Yeah.
It's the wood. I mean, it looks. Oh, geez. Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't know where to put this thing here. Let's put it here. So it looked good until it got ripped. And then the minute it ripped, it's just crap wood. And when I went to the lumber store to look for wood, I was...
Oh, we lost him again.
Let's we'll give him a second. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, my phone went to sleep.
Ah.
The lumber yard to look for wood. It was, you have to spend about an hour looking through the 2x2s to find anything that isn't warped or even like, somewhat straight.
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, I can't believe how the quality control on lumber has just gone. Like, I've never seen anything like it.
Where did you get your stuff from? Home Depot?
Yeah. And it's just the crappiest wood I've ever seen.
The funny thing is, it's like you'll go there and like I've been digging, like I'll dig through 2x4s or 2x3s, and they don't like that. And I've had someone come up to me and say, "No, you're not supposed to pick through them like that." And I'm like, "Well, then maybe like 90% of them shouldn't be garbage."
Yeah, exactly.
I mean? Like, how do you expect to build something when the material is garbage?
Well, I mean, the prices are double and the quality is half.
Yeah. Now the price has dropped. I'm going to say not significantly, but mid to early COVID, when a 2x4 in Canadian dollars, keeping in mind, went from being about $2 for a 2x4x8 to about $10 Canadian for a 2x4x8, which that's ridiculous for one 2x4.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wasn't thrilled.
For someone starting a basement-sized empire today because their material cost.
Well, for my modules, I actually did not go to Home Depot for mine. For the wood, I actually went to Rona.
Yeah. I mean, I do prefer Rona, but unfortunately, they just don't always have the selection.
Oh, no. But I don't use plywood to make the module. I actually use, I can't remember what it was called. Because my buddy Bob Moore actually helped me pick it out, because that's what he does, is build modules. I just can't remember what the wood was, but it's straightened as an arrow. Yeah, it's a 1x3.
But did he use pine, or did he use like dimensional, or did he use plywood?
Pine.
Oh, okay. Because I'm doing a Fremo module, and they specifically they have specific standards, and they specify you can't use dimensional. You have to use ply.
Oh, okay. Okay, because with us, we actually use pine at our club modules. Our club modules are all made of pine wood.
Huh. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Because they said on the Fremo module, they said that you couldn't use dimensional lumber, you had to use ply. And I've always learned that plywood is less prone to warping than dimensional pine. But not this plywood. I mean, this plywood is horrid.
That's coming along good,
Wigwag
Chris.
was saying that. Oh, thank you. Wigwag was saying that he wishes he could still get Baltic birch plywood.
Huh.
He's a wood guy, but I'm like,
I think I went with
I've never heard
spruce.
Baltic.
I went with spruce, and it's never again.
Mm-hmm.
Hey
Gus, how's it going? Thanks for joining us.
Harry actually got half-inch good one-side plywood. You pay more, but it's worth it. And he's actually like making. I think he's making curved bridges with it.
I love that my Sunday afternoons have become bitching about lumber.
Yeah, I'll just show my thing real quick because I did connect the platforms here. So I'll just kind of do this, but yeah, that's 2 platforms right there. I still got to work on more of the details, but it looks better when it sits flat like this because it's still not super strong in the middle. It's still got to let it glue a bit more, but yeah, that's 2 of the oil platforms there together. I just got to do all the piping stuff on the sides, drive it better. Bernard fell over.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's me, always following. There we go. I need a better camera setup.
And yeah, usually our legs as well for us, like they are actually as well, like they're not attached to the module. They're screw-on legs that you actually take off and store separately. I now have my adjustment legs too.
Bernard, are yours NMRA spec or what?
For the modules?
Yeah.
Fremo.
Oh, they're free. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're Fremo spec, which is also code 83.
Like I've always found that code 83 does look realistic, and definitely Pico, and I really enjoy Pico's ties as well. That might
I like the Pico switches.
Yeah. Yeah, Pico switches are good too.
Oh yeah.
I like the. Do you use the one with the powered frog or the Insel frog?
I've always used. Well, they changed the name, so there used to be Insel frog and Electro frog.
Yep.
And for this module, I had one, and I had a left hand, I need right hand. So I bought a right hand, and it's now Unifrog. And
Unifrog, yes.
I have not had time to research it. I mean, for now, I'm hand throwing them. I'm not putting in tortoises or anything. Yep. And on my layout at home, I've got all my frogs powered. But on this one, I haven't gotten there yet. So I don't know what I have. I don't know what a Unifrog is. So when the dust settles, I'll research it and figure out. But for now, I don't think power is going to be an issue because I just drop feeders to everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not using tiny, small axle switchers. If I was using a Trackmobile, I'd be worried, but for now, we'll see. I'm going to hook it up to power. I'm going to drop some. I've got the feeders in on this module, so I'll get the feeders in on the other module, and hopefully I'll have power drop by the end of today.
Mm-hmm. Anthony wants to know if I like micro engineering track. I have micro engineering bridge track that I had to basically, use for a couple of my bridges. It's okay. I don't really not like it. There's a couple things that you can get from microengineering. I think Sparky had their switching system. I don't know if he was a big fan of it or not, though. Where when you're building a ladder, it's a ladder system. I don't know if he's still in the chat. He'll let us know, but I don't think he was a fan of the ladder system. But it's okay. I don't think I'd do a whole layout with it. But
no, yeah. Like you only have microengineering track just on your shelf, really.
Yeah, Mike gave me some for my shelf to to put my logos on. But I haven't put it to actual use, but it's not glued down or anything.
No.
When you get used to one thing, like when I started in the hobby, it was Code 100 Atlas and snap switches, if that shows my age. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's right. Like you always start somewhere and then you find something that you like. When I started going to the Ottawa Ho track, I was able to see Code 83 in person, and I had asked, I said, what brand is this? Because it looked a lot more realistic than the Atlas Code 100, and it turns out it was Pico. So I had started a layout at some point there, because I've been through like 5 layouts, and I tried the Pico Code 83. It cuts really easy, and it works well. But I still find that a lot of my flanges on my locomotives, they still bump when it goes through some of the Pico Code 83 switches. So that's why I'm like, I should really just, stick with Code 100 on the main line and then do 83 in the sides, which is what I was originally going to do with my current layout. But then I just wanted to get it done. I wanted to, it's not my forever layout. I just wanted to get it done. So I just did all Code 83 Pico. Sparky said that he has the ladder track, but he must have got a bad batch. A lot of the switch rails came off or became loose and created shorts. 3 out of 7 were bad. Yeah, it's tough, right? Like, because they market it to be such an amazing product, and on paper it sounds amazing, but then like you face an issue like that. I mean, it's no different than anything else. Like I bought at least 20 to 30 of the Walther switch machines and buttons to make them work, and I've had a few of those switch machines just stop working. A few of the buttons didn't work right out of the packaging. But it's like, it all costs money, and it all, it's all electronics, right? So it doesn't mean it's a bad product. It just, you could have gotten a bad batch, or maybe the QC on some of that stuff wasn't really thoroughly checked. It's hard to say.
Like what we were talking about at the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, with the Aurora stuff and whatnot, it's like 4% is still 4%, but it's how you take that, right? It doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad company. It just means that hopefully you don't get a bad unit.
Yeah, but whatever bad units they have, they're holding them back, sending them back to the factory to get fixed.
Yes. Yep. Which is good. It's a good thing.
Yep.
How do I do this? 20, 23, and 23. They're both 23. Oh. That's not 23. That's 19. What's 19? Hmm. $19, $20.
All right, time to go underneath.
Oh boy.
Oh, the fun stuff.
Yeah, seriously.
So Bernard, your legs, are they attached permanently to the module?
So, okay, let me try and explain this a little bit. So, let's see if I can get the camera to behave. These two legs, so the vertical legs, flip up and fit underneath the module. So there are Lee Valley adjustable leg brackets that basically have the legs going on a 90-degree angle. So they're attached to the bottom of the module, and then they actually tuck up underneath the module. So that's these guys. So they basically, the whole idea is that they fold up underneath so that I can stow it in my car. So the vertical legs are permanently attached. What I'm doing right now, and you probably want a side view for this.
Going full screen.
Yep.
I'm creating these side braces because for whatever reason, these legs here don't want to stay at a 90-degree angle. They tend to warp and weave a little. So I don't want my module falling over. So I'm putting in these cross pieces right here to basically force these legs out. And it's a little difficult because the legs are, I can't really describe it, but the legs nest into each other. So think of it like this. So the legs fold like that and like that. And so this set of legs and this set of legs, so this set of legs and this set of legs and this set of legs are offset like that so that they fold up under the module. But then when they fold out like that, they're all, they're all offset.
Okay.
So
so that's completely different how we have it at the club. Because our legs are actually you could fully detach them from the module.
Yeah, that would have been easier.
Yeah, well, Chris, if you want to go back, I could show you what I'm talking about. So really, our legs are actually just a screw-on piece. Hey, Bernard, if you want to take a look at this.
Oh yeah, I got those too.
Yeah.
I see that. Actually,
and we just go into a T-nut into a gusset.
How do you keep them square?
How do we keep them square?
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit different with St. Anthony's because the floor is actually uneven on concrete. So, but for squaring, we actually do have an adjustable nut underneath.
Yeah, I've got those. Yeah, I got those too.
Yeah. As well, we have we now have gone to a new leg though. We have gone to a an automatic adjustable where I don't have the legs are downstairs, like in my storage locker right now. They actually have a slot that comes up, and you can actually put a driver on, and you can actually adjust the leg like that too, automatically without getting down on the ground.
That's interesting. I think for this next section, I'm going to need to do some drilling and some sawing. So I might say goodbye at this point. Or you're going to see a lot of sawdust, a lot of blood, and a lot of swearing.
Well, be careful.
It's what I'm actually used to that. I'm used to that here.
That might increase views. No.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know whether this might not be PG when I'm done with it.
That's fair. Well, it was
okay. PG-13. It still counts. PG-13 is still good.
I don't know what you've marked this for YouTube, but if this is a kid show, then basically I'm going to throw your ratings off in a minute.
More of a kid show, but yeah.
I'll see you guys later.
Later, Bernard.
All right. Nice hanging out with you. See ya.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
And Sparky said that I definitely need a cutting mat. It's on my list, Sparky. The table, what I'm using right now, which is very unfortunate, this table here, it's actually bowing because I was cutting a lot of lumber on it, so my chop saw was right in the middle. So the weight of it basically pushed it down. This piece of wood that I do all my cutting on, like it's whatever, it's scrap piece. It's nice and flat though, so it basically levels everything out here. But yeah, I'm hoping to get a new table from IKEA. They just always seem to be either out of the legs or the table. And then when I do get that new table, because it's going to be shiny and new, I do want to get one of those big green mats to basically, do the work on so that I'm not messing anything up. But yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Hopefully. Hey, Randall, how's it going? I'm just adding piping now because that's fun. So hopefully this works out. So there's certain pieces like this here. You can see that it's all piping. And in order to get it onto these pipes here, you have to add these little circles here, which is like the pipe connection. So what I do to be able to hold something that small is that I'll glue it. I'll put the glue right on the part while it's still on the sprue. And then I put the pipe right to it like that. And then I cut each one out like that. And all three of them are on, I don't know if you can see it because they're really small, but all three of them are still on the end there. And yeah, now it's ready to go on the actual piece. I'll let that dry for a minute, but yeah, that's roughly how I do little things like that. These things they get pretty small sometimes, so you have to kind of find a new way to do certain things like that when dealing with small pieces. It's going to get painted for sure. I want to make sure that I think I want to do 3 long as opposed to it just being 2 long. So I'm going to wait and see.
Well, I think I got you the 2 to make it 4 long on each track.
No, there was only 1 in each of those boxes.
Oh, seriously?
Yes. Yeah, it's one thing.
Yeah, I know it's one thing, but you can actually go lengthwise. It says it's designed for 4 loading racks, 2 on each side, and if you put the other one completely together, it should be up to 8. I'm pretty sure.
No, there's only 1 in a box, so I'm putting 2 together right now because you gave me 2, right? So
yeah, I was sure that it said, because I was sure that it should be at least up to 4 cars per kit.
oh yes, because there's a left side and a right side, so you put it in the middle of the track technically.
Yes.
And it feeds. So when I stand it up like this, there's a track on this side of it, and there's a track on this side of it.
Yes.
So it feeds here and here. So
Yeah.
yes, technically 100%, yeah. But I'm going to make it longer. So I might get 1 more kit to make it 3 long to feed 6 cars. I want to see how long the actual concrete pad is, though, for the whatchamacallit.
Okay.
So that I know, if I can do only 3, then I'll do only 3. If it'll fit 4, I'll get an extra and just make it 4 long.
I was sure I was able to make it to get you. It would do 8 cars at a time, like 4 each side.
Unfortunately, no. The box makes it look a lot bigger than what the contents are.
Then that's false advertising by Walters. What the hell? Come on, Walters. That's not fair.
I know. If I had $1 for every time, but like, and also the price too, right? I'm sure it was about at least $16 to $20 for one of those.
I can't remember.
But you got them on Amazon, though, right?
Yeah. So hang on. I can pull up my history. Hang on a sec. Where are they? They were 30. Well, at the time, they were about $20 a piece. They're now at $31 a piece.
Oof.
Oh.
I remember when they were like $16 or $17 a piece.
But yeah, each rack should each kit should at least be able to hold 4 cars. One kit should be able to hold 4 cars at least.
Depending on the size, because you can do 1, 2, 3. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was sure of it. I'm actually looking at because it's 5.5. It's 5.5 inches long and 3 inches tall. Was that what one piece was? Was 5.5 inches long?
Yes.
Okay, so it was a half piece. Wow.
Hey, Derek, how's it going?
Man, I am dumbfounded. I thought one kit would do 4 cars. And that's why I got the 2 kits, so that it can do 8 cars.
Maybe if you separate them, you might be able to do 4 cars each. But because I attached mine and they're really close, there's a really good chance I could do 3 cars on each side. But yeah, just with the distance of how far the tank cars are from each other. I told you I fixed my Rapido ones, right? They don't squeak anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that. You're making a concrete platform for a whatchamacallit. Yeah, that sounds about right. No, we're talking about my ethanol plant, because I'm building an ethanol plant, and yeah, I'm gonna have a concrete platform, and this here is gonna sit on the concrete platform, and all will be well with the world at that point. But yeah, I don't know. That's just the low key plan there that I have. So. I realized the other day that I have like 0 supplies, so I need to like place an order soon for supplies and go to the Home Depot for supplies, and so much stuff, so much going on. I feel like I'm all out of static grass from that entire section that I did last week. But that's what happens, right? Especially ballast. Ballast, I go through so much ballast.
Oh yeah. I know how you feel with ballast. I was the exact same way. And now with the Bojo and all that, I feel like I'm going through a lot of ballast.
Yeah. And then with me, it's either, you stick with one color and you get 3 buckets of that and it goes, so far. But I get 3 different colors, mix them together at a certain percentage, which still equals 3, and it goes just as far. So in order to make it go even further, you got to get even more, and you just got to keep filling and making sure that everything matches up. I should really, like, down the road, I'm going to do all my ballast at one point, and I'm going to just get lots and lots of ballast, maybe about like 10 buckets, make one giant bucket full of ballast. That way it's consistently one mixture. Yeah. And then that way I just take from the bucket. But yeah, it's quite the ordeal getting all that ballast done.
I'm not really looking forward to ballast in the Bojo. I can tell you that right now. Especially with all the switches.
Yeah, switches, you gotta, they require their own special little attention, right? Definitely can't rush those.
Yeah.
So I know I mentioned it earlier, but if, for anybody who's joining us now who missed out earlier, this Thursday we've got Keeping Track, which premieres at 7 o'clock at night. And I think it's about a 35 minute episode. It's already up there, so you can already go and hit the remind me or bell button or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then GBO After Dark is on right after at 8 o'clock, which should also be good. We're on season 5 now. Season 5 of Keeping Track. That's crazy.
Keeping track? I thought you meant GBO After Dark.
Oh, sorry. GBO After Dark is season 5.
Yeah.
Turns out I wasn't keeping track. But yeah, GBO After Dark season 5. So. Oh, Wigwag, you were the first one to comment. Just use Oreo cookies like what Eminem does. That's when I'm ballasting my Sunday, okay? Crush up some Oreos.
That was dry. That was very dry.
My humor is not good. Now I want ice cream.
Oh, don't say that. It's too cold for that right now.
I know. I haven't even looked outside since you said it was snowing, and everyone was like, "It's snowing outside." I'm like, I don't want to look. I was out there the other day with the snowblower again. So I'm running out of places to put it. Hey, Digger, how's it going? Welcome.
Maybe I'll add this third building to the back half. I don't know yet. It all depends on if I run out of space on Debojo, because this is one of the buildings for Debojo.
Yeah.
But if I run out of space, then I may have to use it with this. We'll see.
Looks like it's a pretty solid kit.
I love these Rick's products, man. They're amazing.
Yeah, they really are. I enjoy them.
I'm pretty sure everyone else does too. People who build them.
I think it's one of those common kits that you'll see on everybody. Everybody's got at least one.
Oh yeah.
Sparky, he won't tell us. Trust me, I've been barking up that tree for the last couple of months now. He won't budge.
No.
It's a conspiracy.
But someone does know. I won't say who that person is.
Mike.
Nope.
Trackside.
No, you already lost your guess. Too bad.
Oh,
Mike
wait, we're guessing for that too?
No, you're not.
Why is everything a guess? All right, I believe you.
Oh,
I
we
feel
have
like
a question, and Sparky hasn't asked yet, Bub, so he gets a guess. No, it is not. Sparky, it is not a Mammoth yard shop.
that is a good guess though. Watch it be something like crazy obvious, you know, I don't know what, but like a Toys R Us or something. I don't know. I mean, it would look like a very poor version of a Toys R Us, but because Toys R Us doesn't look like that. But
no.
I actually built this kit before, but I think I built it as a single, and then I think it was Dave Co. It was his kit, and he wanted me to build it for him because at that time he had me doing all sorts of little things like this. I remember his turning out better than this one, but I don't remember how I finished it. I think I just painted it black. Sparky says that if it turns out to be a building for power pole trucks and Hydro 1, he will shoot himself. Hopefully not literally.
Nope.
That sounds good. No? Okay.
Nope.
Sparky, you're off
the hook. And don't talk like that, Sparky.
You're off the hook.
I don't like it when people talk like that.
Derek says that I saw a prototype train video the other day, and the building in the background was identical in color and shape to those kits. And I kept thinking it was a model railroad when I knew it was real. Yeah, and there's many different colors too. Like there's blue ones. There's a yellowish orange one that I always pass when I go to Toronto from Ottawa. Just the route that I take. It's like a yellow, like a very sun faded yellow. Very sun faded. But yeah, there's a couple of different, you can get those in different colors. I don't know if what's it called? Not Rick's. Pike Stuff? Pike Stuff. I don't know. Pike Stuff makes
Rick's
different
product is Rick's. Pike Stuff is Rick's product.
Right. But like, I don't know if they make them in other colors besides the blue and white. Have you seen them in any other? They do.
Yes, they do.
What else have you seen?
I've seen the red.
Right. There's like a weird looking firehouse kind of thing.
Well, yeah, it's a volunteer fire department. There's that one.
Right, yeah. Okay, so then I have seen it in all the colors.
Let's see here. Now you got me looking.
Sorry.
Wrong keyboard too. I grabbed the wrong keyboard.
I had pipes. That was not difficult. Perry just sent me a text message that said me. I don't what, Perry?
Perry, no.
Oh, Perry knows. Ah, Perry. Cat's out of the bag, Perry. And oh, sure, you tell Perry, but you don't tell me. I see how it is.
If he tells you, you keep it quiet.
Has there been a mutiny? Am I just finding out about this mutiny? Oh, man. I see how it is. Okay. No. It's good. It's good. OSR shops. I'm going to disagree only under the pretenses that Bubs doesn't do anything Ontario Southland. That's the only reason why I would say no, that it wouldn't be that. I don't know what it is, but probably
no.
not.
Besides, I already made him a shop.
Who?
You.
Me. Oh, no, but
I made you a locomotive shop.
Right, no, but Sparky was guessing that it's the OSR, Ontario Southland. I'm Ontario Northland.
No, I don't do Southland because, well, one, I don't have anything marked as Ontario Southland.
You're CP.
CPCN VIA. Okay, so Rick's products, they have, of course, the blue billings, but yes, they also have, what was it? Oh, that's not it. Typed up. So yeah, they had the prefab warehouse, which is tan. They also had the retail store and warehouse, which was two-tone, but it's now just a gray color. They only have the gray color. Blue engine house, service garage, add-on office. Yeah, the add-on office in that there is beige.
Beige.
Yeah, and then the fire department, that's red. There's a UK. This plastics building. It's actually a green.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh. Sparky, did you know that Rapido is doing the OSR caboose, the White Angus caboose, like the one with that we saw at the OSR shops? That's pretty cool. Because, I mean, it's already a cool caboose, but then, the fact that it's OSR is kind of neat too.
I'm just going over the chat right now. Oh, come on.
Everybody send an email to Perry asking Perry what it.
Don't blow up his chat. Don't blow up his emails.
I don't. I won't. I won't encourage it. Anything I say like that is strictly just half joke. Looks like I'll be making
OSR cabooses is the OSR caboose actually a special run from Lorne?
Is it a special run from Lorne?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Unless
no,
I did.
It? That's what I'm asking.
Oh no, I think it's just. It is what it is.
Did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that he did a special run of that. Although it does sound like a Lorne thing because it's OSR.
I know.
So part of me would not be surprised. Yeah, it'll look good with the OSR logos for sure. No BBQ trackside for them next time. Yeah, they're gonna get left behind. Right, Bubs?
Wait, what?
Mike said no trackside barbecue for you next time.
Fine, then the scanner.
What's the scanner?
You guys don't get to use my scanner then. If you're going to be like that, there, Mike.
He's got Google. We got Google.
Yeah, but you guys don't have all the freaks.
I guess. All right, we'll play
nice. And Mike doesn't know the area as well as I do.
That is true.
And besides, I also bring the barbecue.
That is also true.
So you want to play that game, Mike? Let's go. Let's go.
Watch Mike bring a whole camper van. Forget your barbecue.
I can play the games too, Mike. I can play the games too.
We really did have a lot of luck that day. There was so much.
Oh, I know. And everyone just everyone either hops in with me or just follows me behind as I'm trying to fly through the back streets to get to the good spots.
And we left poor Mark at the
all by himself.
Is it today or is it a different day?
Mark, we all ran down to Rosedale to catch this guy taking off.
That's funny.
And then we came back. He's like, "Oh, thank God."
Piece number 12. Where is that? Piece number 12. It's gone out of this one. It's not on that one. Piece number 12. Where are you? There it is. Now, I do wish I had my tweezers on me because that would be very helpful right now. And I don't feel like going to look for them, so I'm going to try doing this anyways and hope for the best.
When's the Barry show anyways?
There would be no way. Okay, here we go. Oh.
So the Barry show's coming up?
Yeah, I think that is first weekend in February.
Okay. Oh, that's what I should have did. I should have taken both steps. Put one way, one the other. February 4th and 5th. I'm going down to one of my favorite hobby shops that weekend. Actually, we gotta go pick up that locomotive.
That is a really good find, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have put them both. And I think the glue's too much right now. Yeah, damn it.
All right. So yeah, it's just after 2 o'clock, and
yeah,
I've more or less finished this. I mean, for what I can do right now, I know that there's a few more detail parts that I have to add to it, and also the fact that I want to add, a third one to this, which I'll have to deal with at a later time, unfortunately. But,
yeah.
I think we'll wrap it up for today. Big week with Keeping Track and GV After Dark this Thursday night. Fun starts at 7. Be there, be square. And even if you want to be square, that's fine, as long as you still show up. But yeah, lots of fun, lots of fun. And of course, we've got Trackside Mike, who's going to be live tomorrow. And he's always with James. And I know they have a special guest. I don't think they've mentioned.
Mark again?
Is it Mark? No.
Again?
Again. No, it's not going to be Mark this time. It's somebody else. Okay. But we'll let you guess a few more times. And actually, no, you only get one guess. That was your guess. That's to you, man. You're not getting any more guesses. What do you think this is? Unless.
No. You stick to your. It's true. You stay to the one guess. That's
Perry knows who the guest is going to be, but
Perry knows everything.
He actually doesn't know. I don't think he knows, but I'm just being smart. You know. Keep it on the tracks. That's right. Tomorrow night, over on Trackside Mike's channel. I think it's Trackside Mike's channel.
Yeah, James was last week.
James was last week. Right. And then Thursday night. On that, Bubs, do you have anything else? Do you have anything happening?
Well, it's busy for me with work right now, so I may try to get. I don't know when I'm going to get part 3 done of the Bojo video yet. I still got to put that. There's not going to be part 4. I will not be wiring. That will be down the road because the wiring is being done by my friend. Probably what I'll do for part 4 is when I start it, will be mostly like adding scenery, how to add the scenery to that. But yeah, part 3 will be the track lane, and I got to put that all together and do the voiceover and all that, and move some stuff out of my phone to make room for it, because right now I'm almost filled with the data there of in my storage.
All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for more videos and whatnot. And also, Bernard was on earlier. You guys might have missed it. If you didn't, or if you did miss it, Bernard was on earlier, so you can always check out the replay. So thank you, Bernard, for showing up, and Bubs, as always, as well. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night on Trackside Mike's channel, and then see you Thursday for GVO After Dark and Keeping Track.
Have a good week, everyone.
Have yourselves a great week.